Adam here with the Walser Automotive Group, and what I want to do today is take you on a test drive. So next to me here I have the 2024 Nissan Leaf. So this is the SV Plus trim. So we'll look at the interior, the exterior, and then go for a spin around and see how it is out on the open road. All right, so now we're behind the wheel of this 24 Nissan Leaf, and again, this is the SV Plus trim. So this adds a little bit more over the base S trim, and there's a lot of good equipment in here. So let's go for a spin around. Now that begins with the little gear select lever or kind of button here in the middle. So you go over and down, and that's gonna drop you right into drive. Now, the S model is going to have a 40 kilowatt hour battery, where the SV Plus bumps up to the 60 kilowatt hour battery. So what does that mean kind of real world wise? The S model is going to get about 149 mile range, where this one bumps up to 212 miles for total range. Now what's cool is you can see all of your information right here in your digital display. So mine says I have about 88% charge now, and I can go 182 miles. And then it will also show me, if I scroll down, my estimated charging time. So I believe it's something like 0 to 100% on a level 2 takes maybe about 11 hours. So if you're charging overnight, hopefully you have a shorter commute, or with that 212 miles, you can kind of keep some range in the bank if you've got a level 2 at home, or you can stop off at a quick charger, whether that's level 2 or level 3, or you can always use the level 1 charging. Now, how does it drive out on the road? What's cool about all these new EV vehicles is that the battery packs are typically mounted low, so it keeps that low center of gravity, so it gives you a very kind of sporty and fun drive. You can throw it into a sharper corner, or it's also going to keep a lot of weight down low for when those Minnesota winters hit. So in the snow, you're going to have good bite and traction because a lot of that weight is going to be kept down low. Now, a few things inside the SV Plus. This one has these cool cloth seats with kind of the blue stitching and gray that runs through, and they're also going to be heated for the driver and the passenger. Now, one of my other favorite features that this one has is going to be the heated steering wheel. Nissan's always had some of the coolest steering wheels, and this flat bottom actually helps me out quite a bit because I'm 6'1", so it kind of frees up a little bit of knee space for me, which I really like in here. Now, on this steering wheel, you're also going to find your Pro Pilot Assist. So basically what that is it's an adaptive cruise control system kind of paired with the lane departure warning system. So it's almost like a semi-autonomous driving system. It's very cool, it works very well, and it's going to help keep you safe on the road. So safety-wise in this one, you're going to have things like blind spot monitoring, emergency braking assist. There's also a super cool backup camera. So I'm parked at a stoplight right now. So I can click the camera button. That's going to show me my front-facing camera and then a bird's eye view above. And then you can click it again and kind of see to the right or left of you. That's awesome if you have a tight parking spot, or if you're just trying to see what's going on around you. It's a nice feature there. So kind of taking off here from the stop. It's pretty good. It's a zippy little car. Now, it's not the fastest one on the market, but what's cool about the Nissan Leaf is if you're looking at the S trim, that starts under $30,000. So that makes it one of the more affordable EVs that's on the market today. Now, it is expensive, it seems, to go into any EVs, but keeping it under $30,000, when you look at, I think the average new car price is something in like the high $40,000 range, that's a lot of bang for your buck. So maybe you're having a city commute or a smaller commute with 149 miles. That's a surprising distance for a vehicle that costs under $30,000. Now again, when we bump up to the SV Plus like this one, we're going to add some tech features in here and some other cool stuff on the outside, like those 17-inch wheels, which I think look really cool with the white and black kind of two-tone that runs through this vehicle. I think it's a pretty good look, and it's not overdone. Some of the EVs on the market right now are maybe a little more aggressive than some people would like, and that's what's nice about the Leaf. It just kind of looks like your standard hatchback, and it gives you a lot of usability and space. So styling on the front of the vehicle, that Nissan emblem lights up. You can kind of see it because it's a little cloudy and obviously a little cold today. So I love that styling cue for the SV Plus. And then up front, you're also going to find that charging port. So you're going to find those 2 ports in there. And I mean, it makes it pretty simple. Like I said, if you're charging at home or if you're stopping off at a level 2 or 3 to charge up quick, as long as you have the key, you can click and hold it there. It'll pop it open. As long as the vehicle isn't running, then you can access that front area. So what about storage or usable space inside? Now, this is a hatchback as a standard, kind of feels like a smaller crossover SUV. You can pop the hatch and you get a good amount of cargo space back there, or you can fold the seats forward, so that would give you even more space. Maybe you're throwing a mountain bike in there, or you just need a little bit of extra space. That's a pretty cool feature to have if you need some extra hauling space in a pinch. Now back inside here, like I mentioned, the digital dash is going to give you all of your pertinent information, whether that's your radio. It also shows your nav with the weather in here, which I thought was a pretty cool feature, and then kind of your averages, and then again that charge timer, that sort of stuff. But the infotainment screen, that's where your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto can be used, and this one also has built-in maps. So it's quick, it's very responsive screen. I've got my CarPlay going, so I just plug my phone in, that's up and running. It's gonna have my text messaging, Spotify, Google Maps, everything I need right at arm's reach. And then you're just gonna have your standard climate control down here. It's not built into touchscreens. There's actual physical buttons, which again is something I like, that makes it easy to use when you're out on the road. So after cruising around a little bit today, I found these seats, again, Nissan's always had kind of their NASA zero gravity seats, which are always really comfortable. And since it is pretty cold today, that heated cloth is nice because it heats up really quick. And then when it does come back to summertime, you're not gonna have the black leather, which gets super hot. I like this cloth. The seat itself is really comfortable. And like I said before, the steering wheel is great. I like the driving position in here. There's kind of these little side windows, so visibility is also really good in the Leaf. You can see out of the back, the side mirrors are great, and again with the blind spot monitoring, if someone is kind of hiding in that blind spot for you, you'll absolutely be able to see them. Overall, what do I think? If you're looking for an EV and you want to stay under 30 grand for the S model, I think it's good, but I would probably maybe bump up to the SV Plus. It gets you a little bit more range, a little bit more zip when you're out on the road, and I think with the creature comforts you're getting, again, this is still under that average new car vehicle price. Maybe this is your first EV or you have driven one before and thinking about getting into one. I think you have to get out, take the Leaf for a spin, and see what you think. So that was just a quick look and test drive in the new Nissan Leaf. Now, if you have any questions or you'd like to schedule a test drive for yourself, you can visit us online at walser.com or stop by any one of our Nissan locations. Thanks again for watching.